tick like you a clock. Once upon a time you arched up and broke your back. Once upon a time you used to love what you were act. Then me tell you say me love you but me want it back. You're the way you put it on me. You're the way me breast upon you. But you're the way it hard for love you. You're the way me say me love you. Melanin, melanin, boy. That beauty everything. Melanin, melanin, boy. My that beauty everything.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Chef B. So I'm starting with my hair damp, and this is optional, but make sure that your hair is washed, of course. And then I'm going to add a little bit of leave-in conditioner just because I like to have leave-in in my hair when I'm styling it. And so for this product, your hair can be either wet or dry. It all depends on your preference. And my nails, I'm not sure how the product will react with chrome nails, so I'm gonna wear gloves, but you don't have to. Now this is a hair coloring material, so it is a hair wax. And it has a natural scent. I didn't smell any type of alcohol in it, but all I can tell you that it's really blue. Now I'm just gonna section my hair instead of just damping the whole or dabbing the whole product onto my hair. And my hair is tapered cut. It's bleached already, but what I've seen from the coloring is that it works really well on black hair as well, so you don't have to worry about your hair being natural black. You don't have to bleach your hair and none of that. Now I'm just going to take the product and distribute it evenly throughout my hair. So the instructions said to start from the roots to the tips, but I don't follow instructions very well, and you're also supposed to rub the product in your palm of your hands, and it says a little bit of amount, but I'm very heavy-handed with products, so I wanted to make sure that it was evenly distributed. And I realized that it took some time to get it evenly distributed on my blonde hair, so I had to work my fingers through the hair, make sure all the strands have the product on it. And this is how it's looking. And guys, look how defined my curls is. Remember, all I used was leave-in, so the product actually is defining my curls as we go, which is shocking, and I'm really pleased with that. So I'm just gonna continue to distribute it throughout. So I'm going to do it section by section to make sure that I cover every spot. I don't want it when it's dry I have blonde hair peeking out here and there, because that's going to look ununiform, and I want to make sure that the hair looks blue. Now you don't have to use this amount. As I said, I am very heavy-handed, and what I realized is that the sections where I use less of the product, it was actually more soft than where I use a lot of product. Like the front was crunchy because it's a hair wax. It's mostly a one-time use, because you don't wash this out after you use it. You're supposed to just leave it on your hair, let it dry. So it is a transferable product, meaning when it's wet it gets on ish, okay? But the great thing is it's easy to wash off. It washes off effortlessly, and I realized that afterwards when I completed the hair, but I wanted a little bit more definition in the back, and I took off the gloves and I used it with my nails, and it washed off perfectly. But I just didn't know how it was going to react with the chrome nails. I wasn't going to take no chance, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so the product dries matte. It gets crunchy if you use a lot. If you use less, it's not so crunchy, it's more movable, but it dries matte. As for shine, it does give me a little bit of sheen, but in the morning the next day, because obviously I did this, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted the picture the day before posting the video, and I realized in the morning that I just take my refresher with the essential oils. I sprayed on top and it came out just great. So this is a one time, or let's say a couple of days, because what I also realize is that it does, after a while, maybe after a day or two, it starts to flake if you play or try to manipulate the hair. From what I've seen, I don't know if it's because I use a lot of the product, but yeah, I did see not even a bit, I saw blue flakes when I tried to move my hair too much. So yeah, so I'm just gonna finish up my hair, and I'm gonna leave you guys with my final thoughts after I'm finished and I'm styling it. And for the back section, all I did is just take the product on my fingertips and just finger comb it out and just move it around. So I'm just showing you guys how the glove is looking. So I took the glove off to wash it off to see how it would look. If you use soap, it comes off more because afterwards I put soap on the glove to wash it off. I don't even know what I was trying to do. I was trying to see if I could start styling the hair while it was wet, use some gel, makeup parting, define some of the curls in the back, because the curls in the front are looser than the ones in the back. So the ones in the back need a little bit more manipulating. So I'm just trying to style the hair, and then I'm going to use Aunt Jackie's curling jelly. And what I realized when I was using this gel while the hair was still wet with the hair coloring is that it started to move the color. So do not try to style the hair with the color while it's wet, especially with gel, sis. Like, don't do it. It's gonna move the color off the hair. So I just put it on the side where I want it to lay, like have a side sweep. But apart from that, I didn't try to put the gel on while it was still wet. I waited until it was a bit dry, then I added gel and defined the curls some more. Okay guys, so this is the end of the styling, and I just wanted to share a couple of thoughts with you guys about the whole process. Now obviously this is electric blue. It is so bright, it's so vibrant. Like, I absolutely love it. I was a little bit hesitant with adding color to my hair, but I actually am very pleased with this change. Now obviously this is a temporary coloring. It's called hair coloring material. Yeah, the instructions are labeled on it, what to do to add it to your palm, rub it throughout your hair, all of that, and it's very easy to wash out. Now I first saw this hair coloring wax, if we may call it, on Instagram, and I saw it on Instagram. I'm like, yo, like I really want to try this. The blue is so pretty. I was so in love with the blue, and it's definitely great if you want to add a little bit of color to your hair but at the same time you're not sure. So if it doesn't look good, you can just wash it out at the same time. Now it is transferable, so when it's wet it gets on itch, but it's easy to wash off. Just add soap and you're fine. But when it's dry, it's perfect. I'd say stay away from white even when it's dry. I know I'm wearing white right now, but as you can see, my hair is super short, so I'm not even worried. But if water gets on your hair with this coloring in it, you might have some problem with it running. But the great part is it's easy to wash off. I know I was hesitant also about using my nails to, like, actually using my hands to apply the color or the wax, but after I did it and I took off the gloves, I wanted to define some of my curls on the side a little bit more, so I actually used my fingers and just went in with my styling gel, and it washed off perfectly. Like, my nails are totally fine, there's nothing wrong with them. So obviously the color can be washed off like super easy. So just keep that in mind, that you want to stay away from water with the color in your hair. I know that may be annoying, but sis, listen, it's a temporary color, okay? It's not a magic trick. So it's a temporary color. As for drying, it did dry crunchy, so my hair is not fully dry yet. So if I touch certain areas, I will get color on my hands. But the areas that are dry, okay, this one is dry, so there's no color coming off. I have a little bit of flake here and there, blue flakes, but not like white flakes. So a little bit of blue flakes here and there if I pull too hard on my hair and all of that. So it dries great. And the other thing about it is that it is super defining, which is weird. I know there's beeswax. You guys know that beeswax that we used to put in our hair back in the day. People still use beeswax, but there's actual beeswax in there, which is kind of awesome, and it's very defining without adding any other product in your hair. So I was very pleased and surprised with that. As for when I was trying to style it with the gel, I realized that when it's wet and I tried to use the gel with the gloves on, it was actually taking the color off of my hair. So I had to take my gloves off eventually and apply a little bit of gel here and there to my hair without the color actually moving. So if you're gonna use gloves, don't use the gloves to actually style your hair if you're gonna use other products. And if you're gonna use other products, use very minimal. You don't want to use too much. And yeah, that's basically it. I actually love the color, and that is basically it. This is a great color or great coloring method if it is that you can't wear these crazy colors to work or school and you just want it for the weekend. You can add the color in and then wash it out and you're good. And that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see y'all in my next video. You can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at damn-chev. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go on ahead and subscribe down below. Also, spam the comment section. Tell me what you guys think about this blue. Would you actually try this hair coloring? And let me know your thoughts down below. And I love you guys so much for watching. Go on, big up on yourself. Bye guys. Mwah.